This is going to be a little different video than what I normally put out. There may be some language in this video that might not be appropriate for kids. And if you don't want your kids watching it, I totally understand. And I thank y'all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a real beautiful day here. It's not too bad hot, but now they're giving the weather to start back getting warmer. The humidity's not that bad right now. We've been sawing some today and we had a breakdown. And we're having to get a little nut at town to fix what broke. It was the alternator came loose on the sawmill. But I've had some things on my mind that I've been wanting to talk about. And didn't really know whether or not to do a video about them. But I felt led to make a video. And I was talking to my wife last night about not knowing whether or not to do this. And she said, well, if you feel led to do it, then you need to do it. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's one of those things that's been kind of boiling inside of me. And if any of y'all can relate to that, you know what I'm talking about. I've came over here in the woods to kind of try to clear my mind, and whenever I'm out here in the woods, I feel freer than I do when I'm out around televisions and internet and all that. So it just kind of helps clear your mind whenever you get out here. Now I've got it wrote down, some words here that I was wanting to read to you. And it's from a song. And I'm by no means trying to take any credit for these words in this song. I heard the song here a few days ago, and it's by Oliver Anthony. And I would recommend that you go listen to it after I read this to you. Now I wrote these words down. I may have missed some as I was writing them, so this may not be word for word, but it's as close as I could get. So just bear with me a minute. If I feel like there's anything that we can discuss about it, I'll stop and discuss some as we're reading it. If not, I'll just read straight through the song. The name of this song is Richmen, North of Richmond. And it starts out by, I've been selling my soul, working all day. Overtime hours for bullshit pay. So I can sit out here and waste my life away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is, oh it is. Can any of y'all relate to that so far? And me reading it, it don't carry the same weight as him singing it. You really need to go hear him sing this song. Alright, it goes on here. Living in a new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do. Cause your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end. Cause of rich men north of Richmond. Is it getting to where it's relating more to any of y'all? It hit home to me. It may be just me, I don't know. And it goes on here. I wish politicians would look out for minors and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, if you're 5'3" and 300 pounds, taxes ought not to be paying for your bag of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is, oh it is. That was all I had wrote down of the song. I'm anxious to hear some of y'all's thoughts on it. Have any of you heard the song? And again, that was by a man named Anthony Oliver. I seen it here on YouTube. If it's still on here, you might can find it on YouTube, but it may be took down by now. I seen it at a time that I was really upset. And if you've got another minute or so, I'll tell you one of the things that has upset me. So everything that I'm fixing to talk about is just my opinion. It ain't just the one thing that has upset me. Our tax dollars being sent overseas to a war that they're not even trying to stop. I mean, I don't hear any of them, the rich men north of Richmond, talking about wanting to stop the war over there. But we've sent billions of dollars. Are you okay with your tax money going there? Did you okay it? And Hawaii has burnt, and they're tax-paying American citizens. They're sending them $700. What's wrong with this picture? Over there in Hawaii, the officials that has went in to help, from what I've been hearing, all they're doing is hindering. They've got the roads blocked going in and out. The only way they can get supplies to these poor people over there is by boat to sneak it around the officials. For some reason, they're being more of a hindrance than they are help. I don't know about y'all, but I want to depend on me and my family. That's one reason we try to be as prepped and as self-sufficient as we can be. I can't imagine the feeling that you would have if you was over there and had lost everything and they wouldn't even let you back towards your home. I mean, if my house burns and stuff and me and my family's okay, I'm going to be the one there working, cleaning it up. I don't need some three-letter organization there telling me that I can't go back to my own property. These are just some things that's been bothering me. They're nothing that I can do anything about, so that's the reason most of the time I don't even talk about them. It feels like you're just wasting your breath whenever you're talking about things that you can't change. And I don't know how we'll get out of this mess that our country's in. I don't think it'll be by dropping that slip in that box. I don't think that's going to get us out of the mess that we've gotten into. I hope it does, and I pray that it does, but it just don't look like that works no more. I mean, like sending the money overseas to that war, billions and billions, and our country is already in debt, trillions. There's no seeing our way out of this debt that they've created. If they stopped right now and just started trying to pay on the debt, our great-great-great-grandkids would be paying on this debt. I've got one other thing that is on my mind that I want to share with you. I think it was in Georgia. 10-year-old boy. His mama had left him sitting in the car when she went inside the lawyer's office. Well, I don't know what his mama told him when she went in. She might have said, "Son, you sit in that car and don't you come in here and bother me." Well, the little boy had to go to the restroom. And he did. He stepped outside the car and he had to pee. Well, while he was peeing, I reckon the law pulled up and seen him. Well, they came in and got his mama. The first law that came had done let him get back in the car and was letting him go on his way. Well, there was some more of these jackbooted thugs pulled up. That's what I'm gonna call them. But what they done to this little boy, they ain't nothing more than a jackbooted thug. When the other cops got there, they got the little boy back out of the car. 10-year-old. They put him in a patrol car. From what I've seen on the news is where I saw this. Instead of letting him ride with his mama to the booking station, they carried him in the patrol car. And the little boy, I was watching them interviewing him, he said that they locked him in a cell while he was there. 10-year-old. For peeing outside. 10-year-old. Peeing outside. Got put in a patrol car and carried to jail. His mama could have hauled him to jail, but why even have to go to jail? That don't make no sense to me. I understand you can argue the indecent exposure for peeing outside, And maybe he should pay a fine for that. But to be put in a patrol car and carried to jail, when a few years ago the things that was all over the news of people doing that didn't get locked up and took to jail, the scales is not balancing anymore. And I pray to God that they will balance back out one day. Well, I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.